I think so. Alright, hi everyone, welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I streamed, so for some reason I'm a little bit nervous. But you know, that's how it goes. I tried to set up everything okay, so I hope the audio is fine. If not, just let me know. And yeah, let's get into it. So the idea for today is that I asked my patrons to submit sketch requests, and I'm gonna try to sketch as many as possible within this stream, but we'll see how far we get. And yeah, let me look up the first request I'm gonna pick out. And I thought it would be nice to do a Go Robbins picture first. So let's see. Right, here's one, Dick and Babs. So I tried. I thought I watched the entire movie, but I didn't. So the Lego Batman movie's on Netflix right now. So I watched the first, what, like half an hour, I think, because I haven't, yeah, I think it's half an hour, like Batman. I don't know if anyone has seen it yet. Spoilers ahead, it's about Batman, Lego Batman, and he is trying to connect with something, like, I guess, people around him. And the movie, it's just a very quirky movie, and I'm just always fascinated how Lego movies, of all things Lego, managed to make an animated film that's really interesting, right? So the animation looks like stop motion, but it isn't, and the jokes are the jokes are on the spot. I like how they ridicule themselves as well within the movies, and it's just really cute as well. Let me see. Babs, right. So Babs is in the movie, but I'm pretty sure she's aged up because she's not the age of Dick Grayson. And I thought that was the only thing I was like, that's interesting, but it makes sense for the plot, I think, to have Batman like fall into, well, it's not really a trap, but to get a Robin. So that wise, it makes sense to have that character be where she is, and well, she's really cool in the movie as well. But I haven't drawn a Go Robbins Babs before, so let me actually look up some references. I didn't recognize her as a Lego character. Does she wear glasses in the Lego movie? I don't know, but she looks a bit different. All right. What's the current bet? Well, I guess it doesn't matter, right? I think we can go with this. I just googled Batgirl. There are all kinds of different versions of her, but I'm not too sure what her costume looks like in current days. Maybe I should write Babs. How do you like the music? I tried to make a playlist with Christmas music for this stream, but there was not enough Christmas music to make, like, it would have a lot of repeats in it. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna throw in some other songs as well, just to mix things up, or else the playlist will be very short. And yeah, then you get this kind of music. Let me see. It kind of reminds me of a pup or something. Get rid of this picture. There we go. Oh, text gone. Make a new layer. Sketch 1. Oh boy, doctor's waiting room. Well, let's hope it's nothing bad, right? Oh, wait, I need to change my brush. Because why be prepared when you start the stream if you can also not be fully prepared? Mike, please, you're in the way. 6. How's this? Trying to find the right size I want to use. Let me zoom in. Alright, I think this is something I can work with. Let's pick a color. Well, but then again, we can always change the color later on. Hello, werewolf, how are you today? And that's okay, don't worry about it. Oh, we reached 5,000. So I saw I reached 5,000 followers on YouTube the other day, but then I think I looked at it yesterday and it reduced again. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's it always has these fluctuations of going up and down, but I think it's pretty steady right now at what it is. But yeah, the thing is with YouTube, I find it very difficult as a small channel to grow, or just to compete with the big channels, so I'm okay with what it is. If it grows, it's fine. If it doesn't grow, it's also fine. Just keep doing what I do as it is, and I'm not worried about it too much. So let me do Dickie first. Oh, has anyone actually seen the Lego Batman movie? I wanted to see the Ninja Batman movie, because that's the one that's also on Netflix. But for some reason I got distracted, because this, you know, that's a thing that happens with me. Go. Does anyone know the current status of Dick and Babs' relationship? Again, I have not really been keeping up with the comics. But then again, it always changes in whatever universe they're, you know, telling a story about, so maybe it's okay. Oh, and that will be the first time I'll draw the Go Robin version of Babs. Interesting. Haven't really thought of like a design of her yet. But then again, none of these designs are very like, I just drew the characters as they are today, without doing really a lot of effort for the character design, I'm not gonna lie. And well, they're still the same, so I guess that worked out. Go. Also, I finally recorded the Pokemon video. When was it? Yesterday? And it's been a while since I recorded anything. So I set everything up, I put my paint down, I got the cards, I got like everything prepared except for my camera. So when I wanted to start recording, my camera, like, it's an old camera. If I leave the battery in, the battery just goes empty on itself, like it doesn't work, and that happened. Usually I remove the battery to avoid that from happening, but it was too lazy. So I grabbed my camera and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to record the video, and the camera was dead. So it's a slow battery to charge, and yeah, it was chaos. But actually, so at the end I finally managed to record the video. And I thought, you know what, this is going well. I'm not making too many mistakes. But then somebody walked into the room when I was recording. So usually when I do anything, I'm very focused. And this happens so many times. And the worst part is, it's not just one person who just walks in. There are the multiple people who just walk in the room when I'm busy doing stuff. The other day I was also doing a photo shoot for the web store I want to open, my artist web store. I finally got to making pictures of all the merch and stuff, and then somebody also walked in, and nobody knocks. I don't know why nobody knocks around here, but that really scared me as well. But anyway, I managed to do the video, but it has really odd cuts in it. I have not checked out the video footage yet, but I just know, like, in the middle of opening a pack, somebody just comes in and I just stop recording. So there's a cut multiple times, unfortunately, when I'm in the middle of doing things. So it's gonna be interesting to edit. But now you know in the heads up why the edit is so weird. Like, it's not like I did anything with the packs, and it's not that I stopped recording. It's just, well, I did stop recording obviously, but it's not that I like stopped doing something in the middle of it and continued some other day. It's just that I got surprised. And there I was thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna be an easy video to edit, but now I'm a little bit hesitant. But at least I drew the Vulpix, because everybody already knows it's a Vulpix. But I think that picture is okay. Quite snowy as well. Oh, right now it's snowing. Well, it's not snowing, but it's snowed. There we go. I like how it's, although this is my Christmas stream, here we have some country music. Well, the thing with the music is, I try to look for music that's not super distracting while I'm drawing. Like, it's not super upbeat dance music, even though I don't mind that kind of music. If I have to talk in a microphone, obviously it's going to be very distracting. Okay. I like how this tune is going. But yeah, so I picked the music on what I think might work, and I try to add some variation in there. And well, of course, you have to deal with the YouTube policy. So you cannot just put any music in there. You have to make sure it's open source. So I just got everything out of the YouTube library. There we go. It's very sketchy, isn't it? But then again, it's a sketch stream. Thinking, should I clean it up? It's not too messy, but I know. Let me continue with drawing the Batgirl. Let me look up the ref. Well, that's not it. Alright, I got a reference from 2014. Oh, that's 4 years ago. But it's a very cute design. I think it was from... is it from the reboot? Well, there are a lot of reboots, obviously. I think it's drawn by a female artist. Yeah. Well, let's just go with this one because that's a proper reference of the character. Scooch this one over. Huh. Okay. I think I drew cats a while ago, but it was a very rough picture as well. Just gonna try something very rough. Might switch it up here and there, but you know, like her mask is very different from the Robin's one, so how should I draw that? Like it's little pig's nose. Should I add long red hair? That would be the real question. None of them have any hair. It would be really weird for an animal character. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a rough outline and then I'm gonna try and customize it more. Maybe I should look up pictures of bats as well. I'm not gonna draw the fruit bat. Oh, oh wow, these pictures. Beautiful. Let's pick a cute looking bat. Like, Batman is based on a fruit bat, which is why people always think he looks like a dog. But fruit bats are huge. Well, that's a quite interesting snout, isn't it? Well, their noses are not. There are a lot of different kind of looking. Wow, some of the bats. Let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, there we go. Isn't that a beautiful fella? Oh, baby. I like how fuzzy he is. He's very fuzzy. And his ears are even fuzzy. Anyway. That's one of the many bats I'm looking at right now. Oh wow, there's even a bat with a spider on his face. No. I think I'm gonna go with a bat with big ears, since that one keeps coming back. Oh, wait. No. If she was a bird, what kind of bird would she be? Bird of the night. No, but I thought of all the Batgirls to be little bats. Like, a cuter version of Batman. Of course she will have wings. Oh, maybe I can turn the wings into her cowl, like the cape that's yellow, and just make the wings yellow, like similar to a banana bat. Banana bats. Well, actually they're not called banana bats, they're Honduran white bats. They're really cute. Okay, let's go with that. Honduran white bats. Alright, I'm gonna change the bat for Baps into the yellow one. I think it will be it would be nice to have, like, if more Batgirls are drawn, to have to be different kind of bats, like different. One is a fruit bat, one can be like a common bat. That would be nice. But their noses are always so funny looking. And she would be very fuzzy. But the bat is actually white, so let's see what it can do with the fur color. I look like a piggy! Oh no. Piggy with, with wings. What do their feet look like? A little bit funky. Well, let me actually show you a picture of what I'm looking at. So these are the bats that I'm talking about. They're like little cotton balls. And they're very cute. They're very tiny as well. They sleep in leaves, I think. And they're from tropical countries. Alright, so obviously now it doesn't really look like Babs, but this is a very slow sketch. I just realized how long have I been streaming. I'm so slow. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's just live, isn't it? I have these weird lips, but I'm not gonna do that. Alright, I'm gonna clean up the sketch, obviously, since this is getting messier with a minute. Let's go back to my Batgirl reference. Right, so she has a bat sign on her chest, and her cape is yellow, but I'm just gonna keep it, like, make the wings a bit capey-like. And maybe her ears more perked up than the actual bat. And make her look more Alright, I'm just gonna clean it up since it's very messy. There. I'm gonna start with her, since that will be probably the most tricky one. You know Dickie by memory. Same time in the back of my head I'm like, but you should design a character that would also be easy to animate if you're ever animating this character. Not that there are any plans for it, but you know, still don't wanna dig my own grave. I think maybe I can play with the colors for the character to see if I can add any of the markings, like the mask or something, but I don't know. I think I should have, whoops, sorry about that. That was not perfect at all. The mic fell, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I want her to be maybe a little bit fuzzy. There we go. Tried to pull like a straight line, like a smooth line, but I don't know, it didn't look right either. Maybe like the outside of her wing can be dark and then the inside is yellow, like similar to her cape. That might be a way to do that. And I know I said it was a sketch stream, now I'm doing line art, but since it's the first time I drew Babs, kind of want to try and see if I can. Oh, this one is too fat. If I can, you know, maybe work it out a little bit more than a rough sketch. Her feet. So the bat feet has. It looks weird. Not that this doesn't look weird, but. It will have to do for now. She also has these huge eyelashes on the reference, so I don't know. Usually I don't draw like huge eyelashes on female characters per se, like on animal characters, but we can try it out. It might look really weird, like a little bat with makeup on. I don't know. We can keep it like this. Oh yeah, Commissioner Gordon, what would he be? He would just be Commissioner Gordon. Well, wait. I'm thinking that the first thought that comes to mind for Commissioner Gordon would just be a human, like how Alfred is just a human. But I don't know. Well, like, he can't be a bat because, you know, Batman is already a bat. And Batgirls are bats, and Batwoman is a bat, so it would be a bit too much. So I'm not sure. Well, I guess we can go the detective route. So he's a police, so what would be a typical, or like an animal that would suit that kind of position? Like like for a detective, my first thought would be a dog, you know, to sniff things, to sniff crime out and such. So maybe like a police dog? I don't know, maybe. Maybe for next time, right? Here we have my eyelash bat. Just realized I'm using a fuzzy brush. Should I make it a little bit more Christmassy? Like, add something there. You know, I could just reduce the size of my eraser, but, you know, why do that if you can just be lazy? Those lines. Maybe like a little bow. I also thought about streaming on Twitch again, but it's been a long time since I streamed on there. And I think the difference with Twitch and YouTube is, obviously for me, the music. You're not allowed to play certain music on Twitch either, but it's a little bit more easygoing. And you know, with YouTube, I'm usually very careful what I play. And on Twitch, I think, you know, they do check, but it's a little bit less strict, unless they changed it. And I don't know if anything else changed, like the way it works. But you know, those are just thoughts, and I don't know if it's actually gonna happen. I was thinking of playing games, like the indie games. There's a game I still want to play, which is called... Is it called Into the Woods? I'm not sure. Let me actually look it up. into the woods. That's not it. Okay. No, it's called Night in the Woods, which looks very interesting. Like an indie game about, I think it's about mental health issues, but I'm not 100% sure since I haven't played it. But I waited so long. It also came out on the Switch. I'm like, I actually prefer playing games on my console over computer because I use my computer for work and such mostly, and I like to keep them separated. You know, it's also to do with storage and memory and such. So I'm not sure, but I think I've seen game streams on YouTube as well. Not that I really pay a whole lot of attention to it because I do still prefer Twitch for game streams. But I haven't watched those much either lately. Man. There we go. Where does your arm go? Where does her arm go? All these questions. Her arm goes here. No, because she has a long batty wing. She can really stretch it. And this would be her claw. And his wing would be here. But I also think on streaming regarding that, it depends on how busy I am, whether work picks up or something like that. Usually when that happens, just free time isn't much. But if things are easygoing, then it's fine. And it also depends on the mood, of course. There we go. Let me get rid of the sketch. Alright, so big thing will be the color stream of the little bat. Let me make a color layer. And let me do it the lazy way. Be a little bit more. Yeah. It's because I used the fuzzy brush. It doesn't really want to extend properly. There we go. That girl color. So she's wearing a little bit of a darkish blue purple kind of color on the reference I'm looking at. Oh, I can just look up 2018 version of her. Oh, her mask is different. I think? I'm not sure. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to the one I was looking at. Just gotta pick one because there's so many different like costume changes and I don't know, it's just a lot. This is the same reason why I stick to the same Go Robin look. Like I don't change them because every time they... Oh, I'm in the wrong layer. Oh boy. That's why I keep the characters as they are because, you know, in the comics they keep changing everything up. And it's just easier as well for animation in general, just to keep them the same. So she's gonna be blue then. Just gonna play around with the colors a little bit. See what works. So for sure I want to do the inside of her wing. Maybe do her wings darker. And the inside yellow, but of course very Babs-like is that she has red hair, but that's not gonna come back in this design then. Or I should make the bed itself. But that might look really weird. It will look weird, right? Or maybe I should? I don't know. I can do different like color variations to see what works. So the idea I had for her wing is to have the outside dark. Then I want the inside to be yellow. But let's see. Like a mustard kind of yellow. Then again, this doesn't have to be your final design, so it's okay. Just a concept version, maybe? So we have her wing. But I don't think the yellow looks good with the orange. And if she's too bright, it might look... I don't know. I'm not too sure about it. I'm not sold on it yet. A brighter orange. Maybe tone down. It's gonna be a little bit brownish then. I think it really has to do with the yellow part that just doesn't work well. But I saw in the, I looked up the 2018 version, she no longer has the yellow cape. In the picture I saw, I'm not sure if how consistently that's drawn as well. Get the inside, the bat will also be yellow. Let me get rid of that. And I'm also thinking, should her nose and her ears be the same yellow, or should I pick a different yellow? She has yellow boots in this design I'm looking at. Should I make her feet yellow? Yeah, I'm not too sure about the orange. We can try it like the blue version, like a blue color. It's gonna be very dark. Or I can like play with a mask, like make the marking on her face. That could be a thing. Let the black color return. Or maybe I should make that blue. All these color thoughts. Oh my. Alright. It looks a bit weird, but at least it's not too out there, I guess. Let me try the mask thing. I'm just gonna play around with it. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a Raichu. Oh. Hello, Raichu. It just really has to do with the colors though, not necessarily the design, but the yellow, the orange. I know she's wearing yellow boots, but kind of think it's too much, but yeah. Yeah. You know what the best part of this is? The mask probably is the mask. It's just a face marking on the fur. Yeah, funny looking fur, lady. Anyway, I'm just gonna, like I said, just an idea. It doesn't have to be the final design. Let me color Dicky. And I did not prepare a color reference. Wonderful. Give me a moment. I'm gonna grab that reference I usually use. Oop, there he is. Just a screenshot. But it has all 4 of them in it, and it also has Batman, so that's why I'm using this as a Go Robbins color reference. fix up all those tiny holes. It's because I used the fuzzy brush. Then you're punished with white holes that the bucket can't fill up. That will teach me, I guess. Maybe, we'll see if I keep using the brush or not. Like little things like this. Actually, let me get rid of the baby Jason. Didn't even know he was there. Well, actually I did, I just forgot about it. Like it has these, they're corners. Photoshop can't really, or the bucket I should say, the Photoshop bucket can't fill those up because of the pixels of the fuzzy brush. But I'm not gonna worry too much about it since it's just the rough version. There we go. Next I need red, I think. There we go. In the previous video, by the way, I talked about a special Christmas comic, a Go Rabbits comic for the Patreons, and I finished the comic. So that's gonna be up, let me think, Friday, I think. I don't know why I have to think so hard since I know for sure it's gonna be on Friday. But that's gonna be the early access for the Patreons. It's a full colored comic. That's a it's not like a paper comic like the usual Go Robin comics, but it's like a full colored comic, like a full page sized comic. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've drawn any of those kind of comics, let alone be colored, so that was fun to do. And of course I hope you guys will enjoy the comic as well. Extra Christmas gift for you guys. And of course these sketches are also a little Christmas gift to thank you guys for being so awesome, especially the Patreons for supporting me through Patreon. That's just amazing. I cannot express how grateful I am for people who want to support the art and animation I make and publish online. That's just I don't know. It's amazing. Every time I read like the lovely comments on there, it just makes me so happy. I just want to give something back to them if I can. So here's a little mask. Let's grab the yellow. I usually grab it from Robin's little R. Feet. Oh, what's happening? I'm in the wrong layer. That's what's happening. There we go. I'm also trying to be a little bit more active on social media, but it's something I don't really think much about, so then I just forget posting things. But I made a doodle I made a doodle Instagram. I almost said the wrong thing. Instagram, and at first I didn't post anything on it. Like I have a main account, but the thing with the main account is well, the same thing happened with my Facebook. A lot of people I know follow me there, and then I'm becoming extra careful with what I post. Like usually just want to post all kinds of weird stuff and make just write weird things. It's just not a thing I like to do, like joke around, but I'm not sure. I just don't feel as free to joke around lot of people I know follow me. So then I create sub accounts where I can just like completely trash post if I want to. But still I'm a little bit hesitant with posting the things I want to post. Like sometimes I make a sketch, it's very rough, but there's something about the sketch I like. Still I kind of think in the back of my head, like, people are not gonna like this, I'm the only person who's gonna like it for whatever reason, and I don't post it, and then I become very inactive on social medias because I just don't post anything. After a while, I just keep it to myself. And I thought about this, like maybe be a little bit more active, but it's always like the thought in the back of my mind, like, you know, people are not gonna enjoy this or want to see this, so I guess I'll not post it. But then again, posting it's something I have to think about to do, and then I just don't think about it. That also is a thing. So yeah. But at least I've been able to consistently update my Patreon. And that's usually the thing with me, it's like one place I'm active, and in this case it's that place, and the other places I'm not as active. Like Facebook, I'm not active at all. I have a page over there, but I always forget to post updates on it. And of course it doesn't help that I'm inactive on Facebook altogether, so yeah. Here we go. Inside the mouth. And also I want to keep some things exclusive to the Patreon. Inside of the mouth. What? Camera, no! It almost fell. Almost. But it didn't. It's gonna happen one of these days. Might be today. Might be in the next stream. It's just like the mic is standing on the table on the desktop, but it's like it's heavy, and I don't know why I cannot manage to balance it properly. It like tips over all the time. Now I'm supporting it with my arm, or maybe it's because it's in the way of my arm, but you know, it has some additional support. Hopefully it won't fall, because if it's gonna fall, it's gonna be a very light sound. Alright. So here we have a possible BAPS. Let me actually move this to the center of the screen with a Dicky. So here's the first sketch request that is actually colored with line art. So much for that. Alright, so next. Alright, how about this one? I like this one. It's a... So the request says, oh, this is a fun idea. How about a Christmas themed version of my favorite Pokemon, Typhlosion? So the Pokemon Typhlosion is my silver starter. I'm very fond of the guy. I even went out, so we had this Pokemon Go event, and you had all the Cyndaquils. And I was like, usually I don't really put the effort to go do Pokemon Go to catch a particular event Pokemon if I don't plan on going out that day. So if I do go out that day, I might as well just turn it on, something like that. But if I don't, then I'm not gonna bother to do that. But with this, I did. I was like, I want to have my Typhlosion. So I have it. I have a shiny one. Brush size 10. What I'm gonna do is move them up on my canvas. Since this is drawn in the middle of my canvas. There we go. I'll have more space. Oh yeah, I just forget what I'm doing in the middle of doing things. A sketch version, yeah. So I looked up the reference. What's with all these windows? Yeah, so we got the Typhlosion Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I think he's also in my Pokemon Sun team, but I'm not sure. Haven't played the game in a while. And the thing is, I don't really particularly like Cyndaquil as the design of it, but from all the final stages I liked this one the most, because you have Trico, I think, the frog the frog, the green, the tree frog, and you have, what's the other one? Is it Trico? No, it's not Trico. Oh my goodness. Pokemon Silver starters. No, you have Totodile, Chikorita, and Cyndaquil. And I don't particularly like the final stage of Totodile. It's this huge croc or alligator. And what's it called? Bayleaf? It's not Bayleaf. The evolved Bayleaf is okay. But I guess I like the fire starter more. Anyway. I think I also have him in my Sun team because, you know, he's my my starter of the other game. Make him Christmassy. Your tiny Christmas hat. And with Pokemon Blue, I picked... Well, the first time I played it, they suggested, like, when it was the worst time I played the game. So the tutorial mentioned, like, oh yeah, if you're new to the game, it's best to start with Bulbasaur. So I picked Bulbasaur because, you know, I don't know what am I supposed to pick. So I got him. But you only have one save file. And then my brother came, and he played the game, and he started over. And then, of course, he deleted my Bulbasaur. And then we agreed to share the account, and we had Squirtle as the starter. So I also picked the Squirtle as a starter for my Pokemon Go thing because of that. There's nothing to it. I stick to the old to the old ways, I guess. Loyal to the original starter I had. So I'm not really thinking right now. I'm just sketching. I don't know what this pose is about. First I thought, oh yeah, you should maybe show his arms, like, so how strong he is, but it doesn't make sense. I also don't know how big he is. I'm just gonna make him really huge. Like this. This little Christmas picnic, because that's what you want to do on Christmas. Picnic. This is a Pikachu, by the way. Hello. I'm all head, no body. Maybe you should draw the Squirtle since I'm talking about. Ah, yeah, there's a beautiful Squirtle right here. He's so happy he is here. It's amazing. Alright, so have like little. There's a very rough version, but like little Christmas things, like a cake or, you know, some food and presents. This could be a carpet. They're all having fun. And the Typhlosion is just huge. Maybe I should shrink him. Should I shrink him? I'm gonna shrink him. Because this is ridiculous. There we go. Okay, how's this? Too small? Too big? Good with this? Maybe you can hold like a small cup. It's like, cheers. Oh, his hand is also very small. Small hand for a small cup. I'm gonna fix it. This is my rough sketch, and then I'm gonna make a less rough sketch. There we go. Let me move it here. And make a new layer. Sketch 2. Let's start with the face. I'm gonna reduce the brush size a little bit. He looks very angry. I don't know how else he would look, but... Oh, the shiny version is not that great. It's like a faded version of the original. Like, the printer needs some ink replacement. Speaking of printers, yesterday I had to print something. So we have this holiday in which we have to, well, we don't have to, but we can, you like put together like arts and craft something for the person, and you hide the present inside of it. Like, for example, you can make a I don't know what the English word is. You can make like a stuffed toy of a character someone likes, and then you hide the present inside of the character, like handmade. And you also have to write a poem. So I wrote poems, multiple, for the person, and I printed it out, and then my printer was just messing up the colors. And once in a while my printer does this, and then I have to go try to fix it, like clean the heads and such, but it's such a hassle. It's insane. You can eat an entire cartridge of color just to fix the colors, to make the printer print the colors I wanted to print. And it's such a waste of ink. It's just so frustrating. So every time my printer acts up, I just cuss at it. Ah, why? Because sometimes it works fine, and it worked fine for a while. But now it just doesn't anymore. And I'm like, should I replace it? But the thing with the printers is you have to replace them all the time, similar to phones. They get outdated too fast, I think, because they're not necessarily super expensive, but they're not super cheap either. So I just want it to work properly, and if I, just want to also scanner in one, since my other scanner no longer works. I also use it to scan, but there are all kinds of troubleshooting things going on. For example, it also used to do wireless connection to my computer, but now it just doesn't do wireless anymore. And I cannot figure out why it doesn't want to connect. So much for my printer frustrations. Luckily I don't have to print much right now. But sometimes I do have to print out a lot of, documents and whatever. And then it would be nice if it worked. Actually, I might need the printer. Thinking. So I have my artist web store. which I present. I'm sorry, I have to talk and draw at the same time, and for some reason my brain just doesn't work. My artist store has like handmade items, like things Redbubble cannot make, like charms and stickers. Well, it can make stickers, but it cannot make sticker sheets. So the things in my artist store will be different from the Redbubble store, and everything will be handmade. And it also means I have to, well, I would want the printer to work to print out things for the packaging and such. But the printer is messy. Maybe one day I'll just try to fix the printer again. There we go. Oh, actually, no, I don't want that. That line is weird. The flame looks weird in itself, but it looks like some sort of fur on the back. Well, later on, if I remember, I can show you guys the web store. Since the last video, I basically completed it. It just, you know, now I'm hesitating, like, when should I do the launch? Because Christmas is coming up, and obviously people might get like gifts for Christmas, but I'm not sure if the items will arrive in time. You know, it really depends on your location. And then you have the holidays, and I'll probably not be able to ship anything. So I'm thinking maybe I should just open it in the beginning of the year, something like that. Or I can also do like periods of opening the store and then I close it and then I'll announce it again when it's open, since I've seen other artists do that as well. Like not have it be open all year long, but I don't know. I like how my how like, here you have sketch request, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do clean art. Here you have your tiny hand. I'm gonna increase the hand. Maybe I should draw the cup first. Now the question, of course, is he drinking alcohol? Maybe he's just drinking water in a fancy glass. Do Pokemon even drink out of glasses? I don't think so. I've seen like an episode when they eat like out of bowls and such, like pets do. Can be like the bubbly water. That could be the answer. Hello, my tiny hand and my tiny glass. My tiny friends. So tiny. Alright, let's draw what's on the blanket. Wait, I'm gonna look up like Christmas things. Christmas dinner. Obviously that's a bunch of food. So Christmas. Well, Christmas trees. Christmas Eve maybe. Well, that's not what I want. A bunch of cards. Let's say Christmas Eve. Presents. I still have to buy Christmas presents. I only got Christmas presents for 2 people and their babies, so you know they probably won't even know what's going on regarding presents. And I've been thinking maybe I can like get Christmas presents next week, but then I realized probably everybody is doing like late Christmas shopping, so that might be an unfortunate situation to be in. I remember back in the day when web stores were not as popular as they are now. You could do it through web stores. The shopping mall was extremely busy. Like the lines were from the lines would go all the way from upstairs all the way to downstairs to outside. Like the lines were insane with all the late holiday shoppers, and it was horrible. It was hell. I'm not gonna lie. Just to work in the store or just to be in the line, it's just hell on both sides. And that's the holiday Christmas free thingy. And then the end of Christmas or any holiday event, but usually the December months, that's when people buy most Christmas presents over here. And when the event is over, then you get a lot of returns, like people bringing back the gifts they got. Isn't that wonderful? The true Christmas spirit. Glass of milk. So I'm not gonna color this one. So everyone can just imagine whatever it is without the colors. So this is gonna be little cookies. Biscuits. I don't know what kind of cookies they are. I'm just doing something. I have no idea what I'm doing. Isn't that the essence of art? Maybe like a pear-shaped cookie. That's the whole pile of them. That one is eaten by one of them. There we go. a napkin maybe, some utensils, forks. Maybe draw some more presents. So for the new year, I really hope I can start some new projects. Not necessarily YouTube, I'll admit. I'm thinking about starting a new webcomic, or a comic in general. I'm thinking of doing a webcomic because it's been such a long time since I've done a serialized comic. That is not the Go Robbins comics. Obviously, I do the Go Robbins comic on Patreon, and it's a short comic. They're a couple of panels long, and they're very short and like quirky stories. But I want to do one that's like has more, a little bit more ongoing, just to get some more character development in there, and just, you know, that's something I really like to do in the olden days when you know, comics with longer stories and the characters and such. So, but obviously time is an issue. But I would like to do something with it. And then I came with the idea to do, you know what, I could also use this idea for a game. Well, a game sounds quite elaborate, right? But first thing I was thinking about, like maybe an adventure game, but I looked into it. Like I'm not a programmer. So doing a game with programming is tricky. But you have like some game engines to create adventure games. But I don't know. I don't want to put... It seems like something that would take a lot of time anyway. So the second type of game I looked at was a visual novel. Now I don't really want it to be a visual novel like the type of games they are. Usually they're like about the characters and, you know... I've never really played one, but I have seen playthroughs of them because, you know, how they are, and think if you can do something really creative with it and not have it be like the typical visual novel, it could be very interesting. And I thought maybe I could use that concept for a visual novel. So I looked into it. I actually put some effort into my research for it, and I found something, but it still needs a little bit of programming. Like I need to write not exactly the code, but the interactions are written in code. So then I looked at it, I was like, yeah, is it something I want to do? So it's something on my mind. Like it could be interesting to turn a concept for what I have for the comic into a visual novel. I think it would be, you know, there are a lot of character interactions in it, and I could do a lot of jokes in the dialogue, and it would be an interesting experience altogether to make it, because you can have sound, you can put animation in there, which I think is very interesting. You can do load animated sequences in there, and also have the characters be a little bit more animated compared to a comic. Although of course you can also animate a comic, like the little panels, you could do that as well. But you also have sound, which you could do, like music and sound effects. So it incorporates a little bit of animation and the things I usually do with the comic experience. Even though it's not really a comic, and at the same time you can do like tell a lot in a story without having to draw a lot of pages, because you have this setting with the visual novel and the characters are in it, and then you have like the dialogue. You can read through it like a book, and it's interesting. If I have the time, I would like to look more into it and see if I can actually use that to create this project into beyond a rough concept that I have. It's actually a dream. It's a dream I had, and I thought the dream was like dreams are very fantastical, right? And this one, sometimes I have dreams that are so clear, like visual and how it's told, and I was just so fascinated by it. So I wrote down that dream and the characters in it, and that's the idea I would like to tell, or that's the most thought through, because there's also another idea I want to do. And I thought of it as like an animation, but I don't think that's gonna be an animation. I'm gonna be real about it. It sounds a bit... Well, I could do it, but it would be a little bit too big, I guess. So that's another idea I could do as a visual novel or an adventure game. But again, the adventure game idea, that will probably take too much time for someone to do on their own. And that might be an interesting thing too. But just concept-wise, how it would play out to make that a thing. But again, these are just thoughts and possible ideas for the future. Let's see what I can do with it. And of course I'm going to continue to Go Robin's comic. That's like the main thing I want to continue for the Patreons. It's got to be a new poll. I'm going to say soon. I don't know what I'm saying here. There's going to be a new poll after the Batman chapter is over. I'm not sure if it's soon. Like, my mind is jumping all over the place. The Batman chapter hasn't ended yet. So there's this Batman chapter that's going on right now with the Batman stories. There's still a couple of pages that have to be, you know, we're not through the arc yet. And in between, we're going to have the Christmas special. So we have the Christmas special coming up soon. And that's going to be like a thing thrown in there, like a special thing. And then this Batman story is going to continue. And after that, we're going to vote again for the next character for the comic. So that one is going to continue anyway. So don't worry about that. And the potential longer ongoing comic, I would like it to be like an original comic or a visual novel. I want to see, like, this is going to be something along the side. So I haven't really thought all the details out yet. But yeah, that's for maybe the next upcoming year. Something I want to work on. Just to keep the creativity going. Like, I have so many ideas, but I don't... A lot of them are like the rough ideas. I write them down and I do some concept art for it, but then it just freezes, like it's in the forever concept phase. And then I have a lot of them, and I just have to pick what I want to do and focus on that. And if that's done, we can move on to the next one. That's the plot. Instead of having a bunch of work in process and none of them are being worked out. That's like the downfall of it. There we go. Maybe draw like a little plush. But yeah, I kind of hope that one of the bigger projects I'm working on is going to work out. That's going to be very exciting. I've worked on that for a long time. Like, it's not months, it's years. And I really hope that one is going to pick up. And if it does, I'm going to be really busy. So that's another thing I'm like in the back of my mind. I want to set up my personal projects, like my things I want to do in free time, and focus on those instead of, you know, not having a whole lot of focus on certain projects. And then I have my bigger projects that will have priority over those, but then I still have a backup project to work on in case it's not super busy. And I have some time on my hands to work on other stuff. Alright, this is the Pikachu. What is he drinking? I'm not sure. But he's like, cheers! Let's drink on this occasion. Maybe he's drinking tea. So it's a really fat one. Did you guys see the changes in Pikachu? He used to be super fat. And now he has a neck and everything. He's like this. It's like you went on a diet. Pika, you were fine as you were. You were perfect. You were necklace. Whoops. Now you're back. So of course now is the hype of Pikachu and Eevee. But it's a remake of Pokemon Yellow, so Pokemon Yellow, I think it's still somewhere. It wasn't my game. My brother played the game. It's a very old one. I'm not even sure if it still works. But you know what? It's the same game, and I'm like, I kind of want to. Well, I prefer a new game, like with new characters and new challenges and such. So I read there's gonna be a new Pokemon game in 2019. So I'll wait for that one instead. And also I saw the battle mechanic. Well, there's no. Well, yeah, there's a battle mechanic, but the way you catch Pokemon in Pokemon Eevee and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, it's the same like Pokemon Go. And I'm like, well, I already play Pokemon Go sometimes, and it's like a double, the same thing, but without the walking. Am I too harsh for this? Maybe it's an amazing game, but because I already played it, I'm like, it's okay. I'll wait for a new Pokemon entry, and maybe they'll have new Pokemon characters in it. I really liked Pokemon Moon, but I did take a long break from Pokemon. Like a huge, an extremely long break, because the last Pokemon game before I played Pokemon Moon was Pokemon Pearl. And that's like really old already, right? And I didn't even finish the game, and then I was like, you know what, I cannot buy a new game and not finish the old one, so I finished Pokemon Pearl. Like I did this thing like, oh yeah, Pokemon Moon's coming out, I gotta finish Pokemon Pearl before that, right? It's been there since the Stone Age. And I finished it. It took a long time though, because I had to replay it. I was stuck in the snow part and I have no idea where I had to go. Because usually when you play those RPG games, especially the old ones, or the older ones, they tell you where you have to go once, and then you know you have to remember it. And obviously, I don't remember where I had to go after I haven't touched the game in years. So I had no idea what I was doing. So I replayed the game. I had to start over. And when I came to the part of the snow, like you have to go to a mountain at some point, and there's a lot of snow, so you cannot really see where you're going, or there are like hidden paths and such. But because I replayed it, I finally knew what to do, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been stuck here for a very long time, for years. Now I finally made it through, and it wasn't even that hard. It wasn't even that hard. Oh, your head is huge. I'm trying to draw the squirrel from memory. I'm not sure if it does him any good. You know what? Your head is gonna wear a hat. Because this is not okay. The things that are happening with the shape of your head is just not okay. Maybe wear a scarf? But yeah, I finished the game. I actually finished the game before getting Pokemon Moon. And for me, Pokemon Moon was fresh because it was the first time I saw a Pokemon game in 3D. Because I talked to somebody else who has played the previous entry, and she said, you know, Pokemon Moon is excuse me, similar to the one before, like how it was with the graphics and how it played out. So for her, it's like playing a game. It's very similar to the one she already played, so it wasn't that exciting, I guess. Which makes sense. I get that. So maybe the Switch version might not be as exciting. Excuse me. I had to cough for a moment, but I turned off the mic, so you didn't have to listen to me. Yeah, so for her it wasn't as refreshing as it was for me. But yeah, I like that one. But my guess is probably going to be the 2019 game is probably going to be very similar to how Moon plays out. This Pikachu is very small. Let me do something here because things are happening that are not great. I worked on the wrong layer. Alright, check this out. Alright, so here you have the key and bats. This is a line art. What's in this line art? There's nothing in it. This is an empty layer. Alright, so we have this one. Pikachu and Squirtle are drawn on this layer, but everything else is drawn on another layer. So what I'm gonna do is... Oh wait, you couldn't see it. Here we go. I'm gonna duplicate this layer because I want them to be separate. Let me see. Alright. And then I'm gonna do this. And now it's fixed. I'm gonna move this one down. As you can see, working on wrong layers is something I'm experienced with. Alright. Now the line art should be on the same layer. The Pokemon line art. So I'm gonna fix the bear. Maybe draw like a fuzzy carpet. What's perspective? It's non-existing. Okay, there we go. So we can remove the sketch over here. Like this can be like a woolly carpet. Be very soft to sit on. Of course, if you eat on it, it's gonna leave spots. Cheers! Pikachu can talk. Alright, did you guys see the poster of the Sonic movie? I thought at first when I saw the poster, I thought, oh, that must be fan art, right? It looks like a fan art picture. And then I showed it to my other friends, and they were like, no, it's real. It's actually happening. There's gonna be a live action, 3D animated Sonic movie. I was like, oh, it's real. It's real. And then I thought, it makes sense, you know what? Because there's gonna be a live action Pokemon movie as well. And competitors cannot stay behind, so they wanna, you know, be part of the game. So, which is the competitor of well, actually isn't. Sonic is was the competitor of Mario, but I guess they decided to compete with Pokemon. So I'm curious when the release date is of the Sonic movie and when the release date is of the Detective Pikachu movie. Because they're both game-based movies. But my guess is that the Pokemon movie is gonna attract more people because it has a bigger audience. But who knows? Who knows, right? You never know. Alright, so here we have this, and I'm like, should I add some color anyway, or should I just leave it as it is? You know what? I'm gonna leave it as it is, and maybe later on if I want to work on it, I'm gonna lock the layer, so I'm not gonna work in the wrong one. I can color it or something. But I might also just leave it as it is. So here's the second one. First one is Nightwing and Babs. And here we have the second one. So I'm gonna move it actually. Let me unlock it. Move it to the side. I have this weird, or I don't know if it's weird, but I have this habit of wanting to fill up the page like I do with if I draw on paper. I also want to fill up the page because I feel it's a waste not to fill up the page. Like, you have all this white space, let's fill it up with more sketches and drawings. But it did lead me to never drawing on the center of the page. Or like, a picture can look good if you just have one drawing on it. Even if it's small, it can still look good. But there's all this white space and I'm like, oh, it's a waste not to use it. So that kind of translates to how I also draw on digital canvases. Except for, of course, if I draw like an illustration and everything is like the layout and the setup, it's one picture, then it's fine. But I don't do that as often. I usually do a bunch of sketches or doodles. So yeah, that's a thing. Even though technically I'm not wasting the white space because it's digital, but yeah, it's a habit. Alright, so next one will be, here's one, Jason and Dick acting all tough, you know, to protect the baby birds. Alright, so that's the request. I don't know why I couldn't read that, but let's go for it. So Dickie and Jason protecting their brothers. They should be really puffed up. Gonna do a rough sketch first. Oh, actually, he kind of looks mean in this one. Oh, speaking of puffed up birds, they're puffed up right now. There's snow outside. I think it's not a whole lot of snow. It's actually melting right now. But the birds are really, really fat. So I fed them this morning. And I had this dream once that I fed them. I have this bird feeder. It's pretty big, right? And the birds are quite small. So there's a lot of food in the bird feeder. And I dreamt that they ate everything in one night. And I was like, oh, and when I woke up, I was like, oh, is the bird feeder empty or not? Did I need to refill it? But it was a dream. However, these days, they really eat everything really, really fast. It's no joke. That's like, they eat non-stop. But they're birds, of course they do that. So I keep refilling it, and especially during the cold days, they eat even more. And all the big birds also join them. So we have a woodpecker coming to eat peanuts, and there are like 4 parrots, like the green parrots. They're not native here. I think somebody in the neighborhood released the birds, but they're still here. So they also join in on the food fest, and they're not the city pigeons, but they're the bigger pigeons. Like you have city pigeons that are completely gray. These have like a sort of purple bluish chest and white, and they're bigger than the city pigeons. There are like 4 of them as well. So those huge birds also eat a lot. And you have magpies, I think is the English name of them. Magpies are here as well, and the crows left, which I'm happy about, because during the summer we had these huge crows. Usually there are never crows in the neighborhood, but they came here, and during the summer they stayed close by the neighborhood, and they actually wrecked my garden. They wrecked my garden. I had food outside, so usually I feed birds throughout the entire year. Like in the baby season, you have all the tiny birds, so I feed those as well. But the crows, they threw the bird feeders on the ground, so everything was a mess. And they're also I tried not to put the food on the ground because of the mice, and sometimes I've only seen a rat once, but it was huge. All right, I was like, that's not great. That's not great. So I don't want to put the food on the ground. Obviously they can climb in the trees if they want to eat something, but just not on the ground. And the crows kept throwing the food on the ground, and and it was loud. They were loud. They were screaming in the morning, making all kinds of noises, shouting at each other, and then you heard the sound of them knocking the bird feeder down. Like they actually have the strength to pull up the bird feeder because it's hanging, right? And the only way to remove it is to push it off, but it's like small birds cannot do that. It's heavy. But not for them, because they're huge. The crows are huge, and they're very strong, and they just managed to throw it on the ground. So then I stopped feeding the birds because I don't want to have that again. It's just a hassle to clean everything up. And they're going to throw it down anyway, so it was a moment, and now they left. I think they left because it's colder now, so they might have gone somebody else. But who knows, they might be back in the summer again. Because that's unfortunate, but they're not here right now, so that's fine. I'm glad about that, because I can put all the bird feeders outside again, and the birds can enjoy the food. So this is a really weird looking sketch, but I'm gonna fix it later. Jason's like, meh. I don't have any, I don't want to have this. So we have the Jaybird and Dicky shielding their little brother. So I want to draw the brothers here, like here. This is 1 and 1. But you might not really see them. Isn't it beautiful? Is it beautiful? Oh, this is the protect the pups. But we can fight too. No. No. This is what when you have the fledgling season. They're like the parents with the baby birds. So I'm gonna move this sketch over here. And this time, I'm not gonna do clean light art. I'm gonna clean up the sketch with a sketch. Or I'm gonna try to do it. You know what? I'm gonna get something to eat. So I'll be right back. But I'm not gonna leave you with this. Let's see. Ha! Yes, let me turn off the music. Let me see if this works. Does it work? Okay, here it comes, Wait. Let me take a note of something. I'm gonna turn on the background music. Alright, so I'm gonna play a playlist on YouTube. This is YouTube. I'm literally streaming YouTube on YouTube. So here you go.
If you don't like any scary Batmans in your room, make sure to like the video because he can see you through his Robin cam. And while you're at it, you can subscribe to the channel for more Batman and other stuff. the bookshelf, it may contain spoilers. Sort of. Maybe not. I don't know. You tell me. No, wait. Don't tell me. Just enjoy. This Robin might be tough, but he's soft inside. And don't punch this guy. Hug him instead. Want to find out the secret identity of the Red Hood?
You can.
Then it's fancy. Why? Because he has something the others don't have. Glass. Imagine all the great things you can do with these plushies. You can put them to sleep in your bed while you crash on the ground. You can pet them. Nice. You can put them in your armpit. You can bake cookies with them. Yippee! This cookie is supposed to be shaped as a dog. I don't know what the people who made this cookie cutter were thinking. And this is supposed to be Robin. I have no idea what on earth I was thinking. Basket of Robins! Baking cookies with your Robins is fun!
But they're no help at all.
Alright, and I'm back. If it's noisy in the background, then I'll probably turn off the mic. But if it's not too bad, then I'll leave it on. So I thought, like, maybe I want to do one more sketch, or like after this one, or I can make them rougher, like that they a little bit more sped up. That's what I thought. Well, prep my lunch. I still have to drink, but my drink is too hot, so my apologies if you hear like the sipping sound of the drinking effect. The effect, the drinking process. Let me fix his mask though. But yeah, it's been a while since I watched the Go Robin episodes. It's just my YouTube playlist. If you click on it. The old music. It's been such a couple of years since I made them, so they're old, but some of them are still very cute, I think. Like, the idea of it is cute. Like the food one, I like that one. It's probably because I was eating. You know, food is just wonderful in itself. Anyway, here we have. I don't think that looks good. Like sometimes it works with, like here, with just using color for the tongue, but the line, just a little line, doesn't look that great. See, it looks just off for some reason. So I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, for this one I'm trying to not... Oh hey, that's the wrong color. Actually scooch the camera down. Sometimes I forget to move it. But yeah, I'm trying to make this one rougher and not like make it worry too much about it, so I can make more sketches. Is this still the wrong color? It is. I want to have some color, like in the mask. That way. There we go. I imagine them protecting the little birds from some bad guys. Or maybe just someone who wants to touch them. God, they're so cute, I want to touch them. And you're like, no, no, not today. I don't know why, but now I'm thinking about the 80 euro guinea pig I saw in the pet store the other day. So guinea pigs aren't sold very often in the pet store, or I don't see them as often like bunnies or hamsters. But this store had guinea pigs, and they were 80 euros. So you can buy a hamster, just from comparison, you can buy a hamster for maybe 10 euros, I would say. Like there's it used to be cheaper, but there's probably an increasing price. And I bought a bunny for my friend. Oh hey Hydra, how are you? For my friend, and I bought the bunny for 25 euros. So obviously I didn't just buy it, she was there and she really wanted a pet bunny. You just give a pet as a present, obviously, if they don't want it. She picked the bunny she wanted, and I just paid for it. So that one is 25 euros. But an 80 euro guinea pig, that was impressive. I mean, I assume that he had like a full health check and maybe that he was a very healthy guinea pig. But I was just impressed. Then again, I don't mind paying for a pet if it's in a really good state, because obviously you don't know how healthy the pet is in a pet store, right? I've been thinking about it for a long time, about maybe I want to have like a small pet again, like a hamster, because I've had hamsters before. I know how to take care of them, but I was thinking that instead of getting a hamster from the pet store, it might be nicer to get a hamster from a hamstery, like the specialist hamster. I don't know, how do you call this? Like they breed hamsters, but they don't just, you know, they breed. I don't know why I can't talk. I ate and now I can no longer talk. But they probably breed more healthy animals than the pet store ones, because you don't know where the pet comes from. Like the hamster comes from, maybe the pet store just bought it from somewhere, so you don't know how healthy it is. And the hamster can probably tell you. You will pay a little bit more, but they can tell you about, you know, the family of the hamster and how it is health-wise and such. So that was a thought I had. Just a thought. I have a lot of thoughts regarding pets, but yeah. So then you have the very expensive guinea pig, and then I would assume that the guinea pig is taken care of really well, or else it's just, you know, I don't know why I'm talking about guinea pigs. Oh, you're relatively okay? Are you sure? That doesn't sound too good, but I'll take it. It's been a while since I saw you, or obviously I haven't streamed in a long time. But the Christmas holiday is coming up, so I hope you'll have a break soon. For some reason I managed, even though the Christmas days are coming up, I have managed to not plan anything. I know that we're gonna do some things, but I haven't prepared anything for it. Every time I'm thinking like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna decide and do the thing in the moment. Like, for sure I'm gonna meet my friends, or like hang out with my family and such, but I'm not sure when, because why plan ahead? Like around this time, maybe around Christmas time, not a lot of people want to travel, or maybe they do, but I don't know. Bottom line is I have not plotted anything. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. It's crawling closer. Just like what the day. Trying to make it through. I also thought like, oh yeah, maybe I should decorate my house. But what date is it today? It's the 16th of December. By the time I decorate my house, I think I'll have to like clean everything up again. It's I have decoration that's really old. It's been in the garage for many years, and I haven't really done it. The main reason why I haven't done it is just I'm lazy, I guess. I'm just lazy. That's just the bottom line of it. To decorate it, I put like the small things up, but to go full decorated and get a Christmas tree and everything, I haven't done it in ages. Because usually during Christmas I visit people, so I don't really use the Christmas tree for that purpose. So I don't know. But I did think of, oh, maybe I should get like a small Christmas tree. And I saw a very tiny one, but I didn't get it. Same with the decoration. Just what laziness does to you. But it's okay. I still managed to get like a small plant, like the red plant. They're everywhere right now. They have like red leaves, and they're only there around Christmas time, so I got that one. That's something, I guess. That's my effort for it. Oh, and I also have to send out Christmas cards. I sent out a couple of them. So here's the thing. I had a Christmas card, a special Christmas card. Like I got that when I was traveling. For my friend, it has this card and it has this little stuffed toy in it, like a Christmas Chewie, because she likes Star Wars. And I got that for her, and I went to a party to my other friend, and she was there as well. So I was like, instead of sending the Christmas card, I will give it to her so I can see her reaction. That would be nice, right? So I gave her the Christmas card, and she really liked it, obviously. But then I forgot that I already gave her a Christmas card. So I had a couple of Christmas cards left, and I was like, I'm gonna write some and send those out. I need to get some more Christmas cards because I ran out. But I wrote one for her as well. And while writing the card, I remembered, wait, this person, I already gave her a Christmas card. I already said these things to her. I was like, I cannot change it because I already wrote her name in the card, so I cannot like give it to somebody else. So I gave her 2 Christmas cards. And I also mentioned in the card, here you have another one. I hope you like it. So yeah, some people have no Christmas cards and some people have 2. That's how chaos works. So here we have Dickie. He's shouting. These are the shout sound effects. But yeah, I still need to get more Christmas cards. I want to give those to my friends since I'm meeting those up next week somewhere. Or else I can send them. That will be fine too. But yeah, time goes so fast. I cannot keep track of it. And before you know it, it's already gonna be New Year. I haven't planned that. Like, what am I gonna do with that? I don't know. Here's Shouting Birdie. Here's the angry one. He's just gonna give the stare. I don't think so, Sonny boy. He thinks. She did draw a Christmas hat on him. It doesn't really fit the scene, does it? I should make his chest puffier. So Hydra asked, why is Jay so grumpy? So the request from one of the Patreons is to draw Dickie and Jaybird as protective older brothers. So that's what's going on here. They're protecting their little brothers. I didn't check the names of the requests, so what I did is I collected the request, put them in a file to read, but I didn't mention the names. So the requests are picked at random, and I don't know who they're from. I could check it in the post, obviously, on the Patreon, but I made a separate file just to make it easier for me to look up, and that I don't have to go to the page every time. So yeah, I don't know who's behind the requests. But I think that makes it as well more random at which requests are drawn. Here we go. That reminds me, completely random. I think one of my friends graduated. Should congratulate her. Should just send her a note to make sure she actually did. It's just some random thoughts for you guys. Go. His head is huge, isn't it? He has a big head. Let me fix that. Oh yeah, if I remember, I will show you guys the web store, but that's another thing. Will I remember? Will I not remember? So here we have the baby birds at the back. And they're like, we can protect ourselves. What are you doing? We're trained for this. Yeah, so Ira says, I have a feeling Damien would step in front of them and say something like, I don't need help, I'm the knight. And he is the knight. Oh, Hydra, have you seen the Lego Batman movie? It's wonderful. I haven't even finished it, but it's already wonderful. Like the first second, well not the second, the first minute I was like, oh, this is great. Like the whole dialogue on top of the logos, I thought was, yeah, that's nice, that's nice. I like this movie already. Hey Laura, how are you today? What are you doing? Damien says. Here we go. Okay, so Jason is blocking him. He's really blocking his face. I'm gonna draw him a little bit differently. I'm gonna place him over here. Oh, good to hear, Laura. Enjoying your Sunday? I woke up and I thought it was Monday. I was like, oh hey, it's Monday. The weekend is over. Sometimes I just get lost in what day is it. I have no idea. Timmy all confused. Oh, nice. Yeah, there are a lot of villains in there. I just think it's funny how they managed to make everybody look in Lego. Like, you see the back of Bruce Wayne, he's walking and dancing and such, and then you see the holes in his leg because he's a Lego figure. They did really well with the models. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I have nobody's talking to me, but there are these little boys that really like Lego, but I don't know if I can still find Lego Batman toys. I still have to find the Christmas presents for them. So I have Christmas presents for the babies. I don't have Christmas presents for the older kids. And they're really into Lego, but at the same time, these kids have so much Lego. They have a lot, it's insane. So I can even look at the Lego and I'm like, do they have this already? It would be, I don't want them to have doubles. But it would be cool to give them something from the Lego movie, but I don't know if they still sell that, since it's been a while since the movie came out. Okay, it was sketchy with Dickie, and then I stopped sketching with the others. Isn't that wonderful? That's what you call consistency. Now I'm like, should I clean up Dickie Bird? Think I will. Alright, let's do that. Oh, wait. There we go. I'm gonna try not to linger on it, so we can move on to the next request. Let me remove this. I also used the wrong color. sticky. Lines. Another thing I was thinking about is a Cintiq. So Cintiq is, I don't know if I'm gonna explain it, maybe you guys already know what it is, but just in case if anyone doesn't, it's a tablet with touchscreen. So you can draw on the tablet. Well, I wouldn't call it. Yeah, it's a tablet. It's a tablet. It's like a screen tablet. I'm sorry, there's some noises in the background. I hope you guys don't mind. But you can draw on the screen instead of a Wacom. Like I'm using a pen tablet to draw this on the computer, and you can also have one then with which you can draw directly on the screen. Like the thing is, I'm very used to drawing, like looking up at the screen and having my move on the table. It's just a habit, right? So when I first saw the tablet with the screen on it, I was like, I don't know, it might not be for me. But now I'm like, maybe if that speeds up the process, if I can get a hang of it, that would be nice, right? But it's expensive, so I'm not planning on getting it, but I am curious about it. And my friend has one, so I want to ask her if I can try hers someday to see what it's like and just have some advice on it, like which one would be best to work with. It's like a computer in itself, like there's memory in it. I'm curious about, can it work with heavy files, how does it do with renders, all the technical stuff. And yeah, I think there might also be like lighter versions, like a simpler version, like a smaller one on which you can draw, but I don't know. I would like it to be connected to my computer just to speed things up, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't speed things up, maybe, I don't know. What do I know? I used to draw with a mouse. So yeah, here we have it. Let me zoom out. Protective Bros. Alright, here's another request that says Tim and Jason being good bros. So that's what I'm gonna draw, good bros. Isn't that just awful? I just said, oh yeah, I'm gonna speed up the process and be more sketchy, and then the line looks pretty clean. Anyway, good bros. Let's draw good bros. I'm gonna move this one up here just to create more space, and then I'm gonna create a new layer. Zoom, zoom. But I haven't seen the Ninja Batman movie yet. I saw it was on Netflix, and I was thinking of watching it when? Yesterday, and then I saw that the Lego Batman movie was on Netflix, so I decided to watch that one instead. So it's still on the list, I want to watch it, but I haven't done it yet. It really depends on the mood what I want to watch sometimes. Sometimes I can't focus, that's also another thing I have to figure out, like, can I pay attention to this movie or not? And sometimes in the mood for something lighthearted, sometimes in the mood for something dark, or I don't know, like a series, or sometimes I want to watch movies and I want to just hear it. so I don't have to pay too much attention to it. Or sometimes I watch movies that need subtitles, so then obviously I have to focus. Did I just forget what I had to draw? I did. So Tim and Jason being good bros. Good bros being they share gifts. Alright. I hear it's gonna be noisy, so I'm gonna turn off the mic for a moment. I'm gonna reply in chat, okay? Alright, let me say this real quick. So you have this little sketch here. You have Timmy, and he's giving a present to Jason. But he also has a present, but it's on his back. So they're being good bros. Alright, I'm gonna clean up the sketch now. Alright, so the reason why I thought of Young Justice is because I think maybe like Stephanie might be in it. I'm not sure though, don't take my word for it, but there are a lot of characters in Young Justice, which is why I jumped to that thought. But it's on the DC subscription, and I don't think you can get a subscription outside of the US right now. So yeah. But over here you can watch the other seasons, season 1 and 2 on Netflix. But my guess is that it is going to come out in other countries. They'll probably remove it from Netflix, so I'm curious what's going to happen to it. Since also Disney's going to have their own streaming service soon. So a lot of the movies will be removed from Netflix. And then I wonder, of course, if a lot of it's going to be like Netflix exclusive stuff. And I kind of like Netflix because it also has non-Netflix stuff on it. I watch Netflix stuff, but I also watch a lot of non-Netflix stuff. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes with it. Well, the changes are going to affect it. So here we have the present. I'm going to write his name on it. 4. There we go. Looks like he has a tear coming out of his eye. I'm so sad. This present made me sad. Oh, planned for the winter 2019, I see. Oh, we'll see then. I'm curious to see how that goes. This Timmy looks huge and he's very enthusiastic. Like, whoa, presents! I keep drawing weird mouse. Oh, welcome back, Hydra. Hope you had a good lunch. I'm not gonna lie, I just ate lunch, but I'm like, I want to eat more. Feel like I'm not done yet. So, when the stream is over, we'll grab some more food. This. Yes, it is actually. it's J10. Oh, regarding Lego, I know we already closed the subject, but I want to go back on it. I was in the store the other day and I saw a Batwoman invisible playing toy. I think it was from Lego. Maybe it's not Lego. Maybe something else. I'm not sure, but it was Lego kind of toy, and I thought it was really cool, like the invisible jet. And then you could get like 2 figures, Wonder Woman and another one. Oh, but now you're gonna have Aquaman. Will there be Aquaman Lego? My guess is that there will be Aquaman Lego, because why wouldn't there be Aquaman Lego, right? I haven't seen the movie yet. I do want to see it. Like, it just sounds like the type of movie you want to see on a big screen, like with all the special effects and the epicness. Well, usually for me, when you have these epic movies, right, with a lot of like things going on and all the pretty images, they kind of get lost on a small screen, like the effects of it. So I want to see it on the big screen, but I want to see it with my friends, because we agreed as a joke that we have to go see an Aquaman movie if it comes out ever, years ago. So I want to see it with them, but they're busy because of the December month, so we have to see it in January. But I hope it's still screening in January. We'll see. I'm not sure how long movies stay in the cinema these days. But it's a big movie, so maybe it's still there, or we have to go see it like in the beginning of January. Anyway, that's the plan for now. I like how you wrote Spanish. That's cute. And I didn't see any spoilers regarding the movie, but I did hear some good things about it. I also heard it's not perfect, but you know, that's just a thing, right? Not all movies can be perfect, but I'm curious about it because I don't really know much about Aquaman. Avengers 4, I haven't seen Avengers 4 trailer. I haven't seen a lot of the Avenger movies. I saw the first one, but not all of it. I know they're good. I think I have to, or maybe I can watch them on Netflix actually. It's just that I get a little bit fatigued of what all the superhero movies, they're all, like a lot of them come out. So I pick and choose which ones I'll see, and I don't see a lot of them, but I'll just see like 2 or 1 of them in a long time. So the last superhero movie I saw was Wonder Woman, I think. Was it Wonder Woman? When did Wonder Woman come out? I feel not too long ago. 2017, so last year. Is that the last time I saw? Yeah, I think it is. Saw Wonder Woman. Yeah. The thing with the adventure movies, the adventure movies might be good, but I didn't really like the solo movies. Unfortunately, like Thor, I didn't really like it very much, and what's the other one? Like the Hulk, and I don't know. I don't think I've seen Iron Man. I think I think the Iron Man movies were okay, right? From what I've heard, I'm not sure, but because of that, I kind of like slowed down. I'll still need to see the X-Men movie, like the latest one. I think they're gonna make or they're making a horror X-Men movie. I was curious about that one. Like with the X-Men movies, I know they're not all that good, but they're very enjoyable, or I like them. It might be a nostalgia thing, but for all their quirks, it's just funny in some ways. Like when they, one of the movies, they tried to speak German, but my German classmate was like, "That's very bad German." So that's like things I'm like, you could improve on that. You could try to make that a little bit better, like get someone who actually, or teach the actors to speak proper. But anyway, those kind of things are in there. But overall, the X-Men movies are pretty nice. I like Days of Future Past, but I didn't like the one that became before it. And I know like 2 movies already came out, 3 or something. 2, 1, 2, I don't know. A couple of X-Men movies, but I haven't seen them yet. Like Apocalypse, haven't seen that one yet.
Perfect, perfect.
Alright, I had to turn off the mic for a moment, but next sketch request is, which will be the last sketch request I'll do today. Or actually, let me do something else in between. So I wanted to show you guys the web store because I've updated it since the last video. Let me switch. Let me see if it works. Alright, there we go. So here it is, a new updated version. Yeah, so I added the items I wanted to be in there. I thought of adding the plushies, but I haven't done it yet because I need to count how many there are left. So there are just a couple of plushies left. Those will be the last plushies I'll make. After that, I'm not planning on making any new plushies for a while. I ran out of material. So that's a big thing for me, you know, you can't make any new ones if it's gone. But yeah, so there are a lot of charms I've had for a while, but I haven't presented yet. There's sticker sheets like this one. And everything is handmade, so they come in these little plastic packaging, printed out. Oh, that's why I need a printer to work properly, because I need to print out the labels. Anyway, that aside, so they come in little packaging like this, and they will be sent as letter mail. And yeah, it took me a long time to do this. So I had the web store before, years ago. People had to email me about their orders, and it went fine, actually, surprisingly, because it does sound like a hassle, right? But I wanted to make it easier. So I got a Store Envy shop, which is basically a layout for your web store. And it allows me to add items and people can buy it. There's like a shopping cart, and it's just easier for people to place their orders, and they can check what items are there, and you can pile up items if you want more. It's just easier. But I had to set everything up. I had to make pictures of everything. My camera is not that great. At one point I waited for the camera, I was like, I'm gonna get a new camera just to make better pictures. But then I actually went to the store. I checked like which camera would be suitable for what I want to do with it, and then I decided, like I picked a camera, like this is the one I'm gonna try to get, and then I decided not to get it because it is expensive, and I was like, yeah, well, maybe it's not the best moment to get a new camera right now. I'll just keep using the old one, and yeah, that's where we are yet. So the pictures are not 100%. The items look fine. They look great. The colors are vibrant. They're made really well with the production company for like the acrylics. I made them, so those are good. But the pictures are not the sharpest. Like it's a little bit fuzzy here and there. Like the lighting. I also don't have great lamps. But that aside, yeah, I figured out I would just have to do with these pictures, and I finally edited the pictures, put them in the store. There's a prints I've had for a while, but I wanted to have them in the web store. And yeah, so the prints will be different from the Redbubble. So at the Redbubble store, you have prints, anyone can get it, whoever likes the design. In my artist store, I want to have prints that you cannot get in the Redbubble store, except for this one. This one is also in the Redbubble store, but I also have like a discounted version because this one unfortunately did not turn out perfect. Like the printer, they messed up the black parts. They're like white spots on the black, but you can cut it off. But I decided, you know what, I'll let people cut it off themselves if they don't like it. If they don't mind, then it's there. Some of the damage is very minor, but it's there, so those are a discount. And yeah, so you have cards, buttons, books, like the comic books of Bluebird Days, and little stickers. All again, stickers you cannot get from the Redbubble store. Yeah, so that's the store, but it's done, mostly. I double checked everything. I think it's good to go. I just have not decided yet when I'm gonna actually put it out there. Yeah, so it is there. I'm letting you guys know on stream, but I know if you put it out like on the other websites, people can actually look at it, and now it's like, oh yeah, it's here. So just you guys know about the existence of the store, but nobody else does. I just haven't figured out, like, there's gonna be Christmas, and if people buy things now, they probably want it to be for Christmas, and I'm not sure if the items will arrive on time, because you know, if they're in the US, international shipping takes a while. Takes maybe 2 weeks, especially during the Christmas days. It's gonna take longer for the postal services to process everything. So there's a big fat chance it's not gonna be there on time. So I thought about maybe like announcing it in the new year. Maybe that's better, because during the Christmas days I'll probably not process much of it, since there will be days in between that I'm just not able to work that day. So yeah, those are just some thoughts, but at least the store is ready. At least I've taken the pictures, you know, it's done, it's ready to go. It's something, right? It's something. Here's another case with like the lightning. I don't have proper lamp. The lamp has yellow light, so the colors don't, like, there's a yellow glow to them, but the colors themselves look fine in real life. So yeah, that's a camera issue. So yeah, that's the web store update. Let's get back to drawing. Let me switch the windows. Pop, there we go. So the request is to draw Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond. So I'm gonna draw the Batman character, like when he's in costume, I think, because that's something I've never drawn before. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah. Oh, don't you have like a student loan, Hydra? Over here you can get a student loan. So yeah, I have a student debt. There's just no other way around it, unfortunately. But yeah, hang in there. One more year. You can do it. You can do it. I remember when I studied, the first thing I did was get out of my student house, because that was expensive. Like the rental place. So the first thing I did was cut costs, but you know, that was a... Does it look like the Batman, the Go Robbins Batman, his face? But I'm trying to draw. Derry. Maybe I should have drawn his eyes first. So obviously the movie, the Batman Beyond animated movie, is really good. The one with Tim in it and the Joker. I still have the DVD of that one. Okay, so I got the DVD. I've seen the movie before, but I haven't actually opened the DVD because I wanted to get it on a copy as well. But yeah, so the series itself, I don't remember finishing this series. It was on TV a long time ago. I was very young, so I didn't quite understand Batman Beyond because I was too young for it. Like, it was a bit more mature in the series itself, similar to the animated series, but more with like a teenage Batman. But the one thing that I couldn't understand when I watched that series as a kid is that he cheated on his girlfriend. And for that reason, I didn't like him. Like, I like the girlfriend character more than the girl he cheated on. Like, she's probably a villain. That's my guess. But that's the only thing I remember from Batman Beyond. Don't remember the villains. For some reason, the animated series is more memorable, but I'm not sure if I've seen it a lot. But I rewatched it when I was studying, and I was like, yeah, this series is really good. You know, the stories can keep up. The villains are interesting. They have interesting stories. And yeah, that's what I liked it. But maybe I can rewatch Batman Beyond and I'll like it as well. I don't know, but I'll have to see if I can find like if it's even on DVD, right? Can I find it? That's the question. So he doesn't have a cape. I'm playing out the post, like what I want it to be. So it's a bit messy to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe not. So I wanted to have him like maybe crouching. This is gonna be his arm. Like he has his spikes on his arm. It looks so weird. It's like I ran away from the villain and I'm giving him a smirk. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it, I promise. Yeah, it's the one where Tim transformed into the Joker. It's such a sad movie. It's like, but it's good, right? Just like Under the Red Hood, it's sad, but it's good. The story intrigues me to a certain degree that I like it. I'm gonna fix his face. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with the pose. He's like dancing. Maybe we can draw like multiple poses and see which one I want to do. So these are going to be very rough. It's like, no, I'm gonna run. Right? I watched Under the Red Hood. I was very excited when the DVD came, and I made my friends watch it, like my roommates, and they don't particularly like Batman. And I'm not sure if they even liked the movie, but I really liked the movie. I was like, oh, that's great. And I watched the movie many times. But I'm pretty sure they didn't like it as much as I liked it. Yeah, have fun drawing, Lara. So he's jumping. He's probably jumping off a roof. He doesn't have a cape. Oh, his arm. Maybe I should change his arm. Like from all the DC movies, my favorites are probably the one from the Batman Beyond, but I like the Under the Red Hood movie more. Like it had more of an impression on me. Like the story was really good. And that's mainly the main thing, that the story was interesting. And it pulled you in, right? You had like this emotional connection with, you understood why Jason did the things he did. Similar to what you see in the animated series, the Batman animated series, where you see the villains and why they're motivated to do certain things. Then you just understand it. You can understand why a character does certain things. And of course the connection he has with Bruce, it's just very sad, but also interesting. Instead of having like a flat feel like I'm gonna destroy Batman because I don't like him, it just makes you more engaged in it. These are ears. Meow. Kinda looks like Black Panther, doesn't he? That's his Batman face. So I'm gonna draw maybe 3 poses and then I'm gonna figure out which one I'm gonna use for the Batman Beyond picture. So
Like, should I draw him from the back? If you draw him from the back, you might not really see him as much, like his face. His ears are huge though. Alright, I found a better reference picture because, like, his mask is really dark. Like, you're not gonna see a whole lot of his features. But he has, like, the bet sign on it. I heard a lot of good things of the Spider-Man movie, the Spider-Verse one with Miles Morales. I haven't seen it, but the first thing that I noticed was how the animation was. It felt like they were skipping frames, but a lot of people say that's really cool. And that's the one thing that kind of made me like, I'm not too sure, but might be interesting to check out as well. Buddy. Oh, the Super Sons comic, I haven't seen it yet. Sorry, I was eating a little bit for a moment. Got some fruits here. I still want to read, it's called Gotham Academy? I'm not sure. Not sure. It's probably already finished since a long time ago, but yeah. Still have the pile of comics I need to read. One day. The thing is, I have to reread everything because I don't remember what they're about. Like what the story was about. But then again, the comics are very thin, so it might be easy read. But it's a thing that I need to like have a mindset about. Like, I'm gonna read now. I'm gonna read all the books I have. But I never take that time, so you know. First world problems. Well, his chin is not as pointy, or not as square as Papa Bud's. Maybe it is. Like, this is the shading on the... He looks like a robot now, but I'm looking at the reference. Because his entire costume is black. They like showed his face with shading. I'm sorry about that. I zoomed in zoomed out a million times. One of the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. The price is Batman Beyond with Old Man Bruce. He's so cranky and he has a dog. These are 3, so let me see if I can sort of clean it up. Sketch Beyond. Yeah, there are a lot of sagas, right? And that's the thing. If I read the old ones, and I'm like probably all hyped about that, and no, like it's already old, right? It keeps going, keep going, and the same like how I am with Lego Batman. I'm talking about that, but that movie already came out a while ago, so other people are not talking about Lego Batman anymore. Here I am trying to keep up, or actually catch up with it. But that's the thing, I'm always behind all the hypes. And I'll probably watch the things people are watching like much later. Because the thing is, there's a lot I want to watch, but especially now with like the series, there are a lot of series that have long episodes or long seasons, and they keep cracking them out. Wow, it's so difficult to watch everything. So I'm low-key watching animated series. Like I'm trying to watch. I watched like half the season of Steven Universe. I don't have Cartoon Network, but it came on Netflix, and I know a lot of people are really hyped about it. So I want to try and watch it and see what if it's good. I understand why not everybody likes it. I think the first couple of episodes were a bit so-so, but I kept watching because there has to be something there, right? People really like it, and it does catch up later on. So that's something I'm watching low-key. I watched Hilda, which is a Netflix exclusive. I thought it was very British, like the tone of it, the dialogue, how the story played out. But I understand the charm. It's very cute it's cute with a dark twist to it, right? Especially some episodes, there are some things happening that are a bit dark, but not all of them. Some of them lighthearted with like the trolls and such. That was very cute and charming. So yeah, that series. There are more series I wanted to check out. Don't remember. I don't know from memory which one I picked. But yeah, that's another way for me to like try and see what's going on. But sometimes I'm so slow at watching something, so I put it on my list. Like, I want to watch this. And then I just don't get to it. And then by the time I'm like, I'm gonna watch this movie or series, and then they already removed it. I'm like, why? That will teach me to wait 100 years to watch something. Yeah, Castlevania. I heard good things about it. But the thing with Castlevania is I am not too fond of... Well, I don't really mind it these days. I really didn't like it when I was younger. But these days I'm like, okay, well, there's bloody violence in some of the animes. I don't like it when he gets gory though. Like Death Space gory. I don't like that. I'm not sure how Castlevania is, but I guess I can check it out if it's not like guts going everywhere. But at the same time, now that I'm not a kid anymore, I don't mind as much, but still, you know, I don't know. I still have this sour taste in my mouth from as a kid when I saw my older cousin, he was watching it and I wanted to play with him, and then I watched these very gory anime. I was like, no, I need rainbows. As a kid, I was really young, so it was you know, it was a bad memory. Okay. Well, that's maybe fine. If it's just bloody, it's fine. As long as there's no... distasteful grossness, I guess. But sometimes the thing is, here's the thing. With certain horror movies, I'm fine with it. Like the gory stuff. But with animation, sometimes I don't know what it is. They draw it so detailed. And like those shots, they're so gross for some reason. They're grosser than the special effects. I'm like, that's not, you know. I don't know. But it might again be because of the childhood thing that I'm a little bit hesitant with it. But at the same time, I watched Watership Down as a kid, and that's pretty nasty as well. Like those poor bunnies. And I watched Watership Down again when I was older, and well, I guess I was okay with it. I was like, okay, I watched this as a kid, but okay. So the thing with Batman Beyond's costume is that they really work with shading. Like they show the face on the mask by, or they made, I don't know if I should do it on this layer. Let me actually create a new layer. Like this. So this is a thing I keep seeing, like for his chin. So I'm gonna try out to see if I can do something with the face. So I'm just gonna like see what I see on the reference, how they do it. I don't know if it's gonna turn out as well, as nicely, but I got the nose. Shady here. But it's a very dark costume. Go have one here. The line. Need the shading under eye. The cheek has like a lighter grayish black. It looks very, a little bit abstract or something. It works well for the animation style though. But I'm not sure how I'm doing with my drawing. I might like add the costume color to it, like so it's not black on white. Actually, his cheek is more like this. This is a corner. Just bend. There we go. His eyes are bigger. Like really. The shading. Whoa, the mic almost fell again. Wow. Nice save. The shading will be like this. Under his neck. Here. The chest, then you have the sign. Did I mess up the wing? I sure did. Pointy here. So I did the bat really rough, but based on the shading, it's gonna be all black anyway. How the this. Very pointy shoulders though. Zoom out. His ears are huge. I'm gonna reduce the ears. They're too big. Too big. He wears a belt. And he has like these spiky things on his arm. Remind you of JoJo? Oh, could be. But yeah, they do work with a lot of black in that series, don't they? Haven't read the comics, but I did see pictures of it. They're buff characters. All of this black. I'm gonna go look at the reference again. Sometimes I feel it's easier to draw on paper, but sometimes I feel it's easier to draw on computer. It's really odd. Like some things I'm like feel more at ease or something, or just get the shapes done easier on paper with a pencil. And sometimes on the computer it's just much easier. I don't know what it is. Oh, there's gonna be overlapping here. So let's see. I need to leave some space here just to see the shape of his chest, and then make this black. I'm gonna reduce the ears. Oh no. Make me wonder what the ears are for. Like, this is an antenna. Can he like use them for something? Are they very sharp? Can he stab people with his ears? This one. This dark. So to go back on the topic of future projects, it's been a long time, but I'm animating something. It's not Go Robins, I'll say that first. Started out as just a random picture, and I decided let's animate those characters. I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm gonna do with the animation. Like the last animation I did was earlier this year, like half this year, like May I finished it, and that was a festival film. So still need to, I did submit it to a couple festivals and it already screened at them, but I need to continue that. It's not my favorite thing to do, because it's a little bit of an administration thing and just the hassle in general, though it's easier these days. Still, you know, you gotta do it and figure out which festival would be suitable for the film. But then I just stopped animating. Like I worked very hard on that film and then I stopped working on the project. Then I did different kind of projects that did not include animation, so it felt like I haven't done it in a long time. So it's nice to animate again. Just a little bit more freely, not to worry about anything. So it's a personal project. I'm not sure how long it will be. Not sure what it's gonna be. It's just this in the moment kind of animation, and I like that. Sometimes a project you can plan ahead, think of everything you want to do, the plot, the story, the character designs. But I also like the projects or the results of spontaneous art, like just in the moment you're making something and this is what's gonna be. I like that because it keeps it fresh instead of like worrying about every little detail about the characters. It has its good points, like a good character design. I do see when I work on a project, I do the concept art and everything in advance. You do get like nicer looking characters, I think, in my opinion, right? I think they're more charming because I put more thought into it. And with the spontaneous things, they can look a little bit quirky, you know? It's just, I draw something and that's just what I'm going with. I'm not gonna fix it for whatever reason. I'm just gonna like, you know, this is it. So it has ups and downs, I think. Like it's good points and it's less points. But it's nice to have like a variation of projects that are really thought through and thought of. Like, for example, if I want to start a new ongoing comic or a visual novel, then I would want to plan it ahead. I would have to plan the entire story. Like if you have like the game, the dialogues, the scene, the character relationships, etc., etc. Everything would have to be planned out in order to work, right? I can't just go into it and figure out, you know, at the end, I will see where I'll end up. I need to think ahead of what's it gonna be, if like maybe multiple endings, etc. So it needs a lot more time to think things through instead of like something spontaneous. But at the same time, like for me that is, if I have a project that everything's like you're working on it and thinking about it a lot, then a project with which you don't have to think a lot is a nice, like a refreshing counterpart. I don't know, I might be rambling. I probably am rambling. What tablet do I use? I use a Bamboo Wacom. And with the tablet, it's a very cheap way. So I had a tablet a long time ago and the surface was completely scratched. It was a different material, like it had this plastic wrapping, well not a wrapping, like a plastic surface, and the tablet scratched on top of it. So the surface got damaged and I tried to replace it, like you can buy a new plastic surface. But applying it to the tablet was horrible. I'm gonna say it was horrible because it had a lot of air bubbles and I could not get rid of the air bubbles. So when you drew on the tablet, the air bubbles were blocking your pen. So now I don't have that kind of tablet anymore. I don't know if they even produce those kind of tablets. They probably changed it, but I used a very small tablet, like a A5 tablet size, because it was easier to travel with school and everything. So it's the same one I'm using these days, and to protect the surface I put a little piece of paper on it to make sure I don't scratch the surface with the pen. And once in a while, like once in a blue moon, I remove the tip of the tablet because it does get sharp after a while because of the pressure on the pen. If you are looking into like a tablet, which one to use, I would actually advise you to go for a Intuos. So you have Bamboo. Bamboo, I think most people have a Bamboo. It's very basic, but I think the Intuos is more sensitive with your strokes and it just works nicer. Just the feel of it. Yeah. And the Bamboo is cheaper than the Intuos, but I think if you want to use it a lot, it's rewarding, and if you want to do like the more sensitive brush strokes, it might be better. And the Bamboo and the tablets in general, I think you can use it for a long time. I've used this tablet for, wow, let me think. At least 8 years. It still works, 8 years. Wow, that's a long time. I'm that lazy to get a different tablet. Well, I thought of, Intuos might be good, and I just never switched. One time I drowned my tablet pen. Like it got completely soaked, and I was in the middle of working on a film, like a project. I was like, oh no, I cannot have like a broken tablet at this moment because I need to get scenes done, right? Time is valuable when you're working on projects. So I rushed and got a different tablet. But the next day, after, I didn't throw the tablet away. I just left it there to dry. And the next day it was working again. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go back to using the same tablet then. So I have one spare tablet somewhere. But that's like the emergency tablet in case this one just decides to die, or because I accidentally drowned it again. Then I have a spare one. And I think that one, I don't know if it's a Bamboo. I don't know. It was not a case of I'm too lazy to return it, I guess. I don't know. They took it out of production? The Bamboo? Let me check the website. The Bamboo is like a classic one. So they also have the Cintiq at Wacom, the one I mentioned earlier, which you can draw on screen, but I haven't tried a Cintiq because it's, it's different. You have to draw on the screen instead of having the tablet computers, pen displays, and tablet mouse Ugh. Do they only make screen things now? No, right? What is this? Wacom. Pen tablets. Oh, it's not in there. What? A genius. Does it work well? The chick is so cute. Ah. I'm surprised they don't have a bamboo. But this is Intuos. I think Intuos will be fine. So here's the link to the Intuos. I don't know where the bamboo is gone. Is my tablet that old? It no longer exists? That's just horrible. Amber. That's weird. So they changed the bamboo series to just a pen. Okay. Okay, my tablet is really old. What games are you playing these days, Hydra? But yeah, drawing on paper is cool too. Just I think the downside of drawing on paper is you cannot have, well, you don't have an undo button. That's like my biggest issue. When I make a stroke, I'm like, I don't want this stroke to be there, but it's here now. Can't go back. But it has, it ups, like there are things in digital art that are good, and there are things in traditional art that are good. Like some of the look, like the texture, the strokes, you cannot really, well, you can, but it's different. I just feel that the look is different. Like watercolor is different because the water, you don't know how the water is going to spread out. It's in the moment, depends on your paper, depends on how much paint you use, and then you have like different effects, and that's the kind of effects you don't really have on computer. I think you can like replicate some of the effects, but still it doesn't always have the exact charm traditional art can have. But it's my opinion, of course. So sometimes I think it's nice to draw on paper, and sometimes I think it's just nice to draw on computer. Like the digital painting, I'm trying to get back into digital painting. It takes time though to get that done, but it has, I used to do it a lot, and then I stopped for quite a long time. And I do it sometimes, but I don't have the patience for it anymore. It's just, patience is a big thing. Thing I don't always have. But it's nice. And it's the same with, this is the reason why I do like the sketchbook series on YouTube. I haven't done it for a while as well, but I do that sometimes. It's just to get a picture done. Like, it gives me a motivation and a reason to do the pictures, because it's very easy for me to just say, nah, I don't feel like it, and I don't want to do a full illustration, so I end up doing a lot of sketches and doodles. What I like to do is very relaxing, but I also like having pictures done sometimes, like a full page, one picture. I don't know, it's a me thing, I guess. Just the time and the patience to work on a picture for a long time. I used to have it, but these days I was in a rush for some reason. Oh, the tablet is not for sale in Russia? Can't you get it from, like, I don't know if you have eBay? Like, we don't have eBay over here. But I know Germany has eBay. I think Germany also has Amazon, and over here we don't have Amazon. But maybe you can order a tablet through, like, international web stores. Maybe that's an idea. And where I got my tablet from is actually from the store. Like you have these big, what do you call them? Like they sell DVDs, they sell house appliances, they sell computers, they sell games, but they also sell tablets. So they sell all kinds of electronics. And that's where I got all my tablets from actually. The 2, just 2. No, 3, the old one. No, that's a different store. But I never got them online, I always got them from the store. Oh, you're playing Dungeons and Dragons? I've never played it, but I have a lot of friends that play it. I was really surprised that like more people than I expected in my surroundings play the game. Because Dungeons and Dragons is something that I feel is a little bit old, right? You have to it's like a board game, right? You have the cards, you sit together, you actively play. And I always had the impression that like digital games would replace those kind of activities, but it's very much alive. And they get together once in a while to play, so that's nice. You know, they get to hang out with the friends and have fun playing the game. Oh, that's cool that you're drawing your character. What kind of character are you playing as? You can pick your character, right? Or make up a character, I think. I'm like, should I draw his hand? Should I not draw his hand? I'm not gonna draw his hand. I don't know what he's doing with his hands. Alright, so here we have an extreme zoomed Terry McGinnis. I'm gonna add some red for his chest, because that's what his bed looks like. There we go. So I thought the black on white looked weird, but you know what? I'm lazy. I'm gonna keep it as it is. So there we go. Ooh, it's already... how long have I been streaming? Almost 4 hours? 4 hours. I thought it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream for like maybe 2, maybe 3 hours. It's 4 hours. So, yay. Let's just do a little, like, see what we've drawn. We haven't drawn that much. We've drawn 5 sketch requests, and none of them really turned out very sketchy. So, here we go. So the last one we drew was Batman Beyond. Here we have him, Beyond and Batman-y like. And let me zoom out. Here we have the huge Typhlosion. So the request was to draw this Pokemon, being Christmassy. So I drew him with his friends having a Christmas moment on a fuzzy blanket. How Christmassy, with presents, cookies, food, Squirtle, a Pikachu, and yeah. So that was the second one I drew. And we have this one, Timmy and Jason being nice to each other, giving Christmas. And here we have Protective Bros, protecting their little bro, multiples. And here we have Dickie with Batgirl. So yeah, that's the first one we drew, and it's also the one I colored. The one I got, like the first picture, and I already got distracted. But yeah, so I'm going to later, probably not today, but later on I'm gonna cut these pictures and upload them on Patreon so that you guys can have a higher resolution of them and the files if you like. And yeah, I am going to end this stream because 4 hours is quite a while. He's a druid elf. Oh, that's cool. So Hydra is drawing her D&D character. Well, you're quite passionate about it. Well, make sure to protect him and keep him safe. So yeah, thanks for everyone who joined the stream and for hanging out with me and drawing with me. I kind of hope to see your drawings. I don't know. If you want to share your drawings, actually you can tag me on Twitter if you know my Twitter. If you guys even have Twitter. My Twitter is YolinArt. That's my Twitter name. So yeah, if you guys want to share your drawings, just tag me there and I'll check them out. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy the Christmas days. I'm going to try and edit my Pokemon video, which is complete chaos in itself, but when aren't my videos chaos? So that's a thing I want to try to edit before Christmas, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, one more video coming up, and for now, this is the last stream of the year. Yeah, thank you guys very much. I'm sorry for being such an inconsistent with streams and uploading. It's just, you know, life gets a little bit busy. But yeah, I had a good time. It's been a while since I streamed, and at the beginning I was a little bit nervous about it, but you know, it was fine. It was fine. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a good holiday and a happy new year. I want to say like, how do you call this? Like, have a great New Year's celebration? But I don't think they actually say that in English. So much for my language skills. Anyway, I hope you guys get what I mean. And yeah, have a good one, everyone. See you next time. Bye!